on, you guys? It's Drizzy back here again with another YouTube video. What's going on, you guys? How are you doing today? I just wanted to make this video to kind of talk about my experience on tea, specifically tea gel. I have it right here in case you haven't seen it before, and I just want to talk about my experience with it. A lot of trans guys don't go on tea gel typically, so I just want to talk about my experience and how it's benefited me. This one's a little bit different, so I appreciate you if you've tuned in, and hope you stick to the end and want to learn more about this. So I've been on tea for 5 years this year, and I've only ever been on tea gel. Personally, I really enjoy my experience with it. I can't say too much negative thoughts on it. I will say my only negative of it, but I was getting really low test results when I was testing my testosterone level. Don't know if it was the specific way that I was going in for a test caused this. I sometimes would run out of my tea and then go do my test, so I don't know if that contributed to me having low levels when I tested. But last time I tested, I'm back within range, so I'm very happy about that. But that would have been my only complaint, that I wasn't getting the tea level results that I needed for a while. But again, I don't know if that was just a me thing. That's probably my only complaint on it. Yeah, starting from the beginning, I did get my side effects and everything good. I felt like I didn't feel a difference from, like, I know some people when they're on shots, they say that they experience like a low or anything, and one thing I like about tea gel is that it maintains throughout. I will say, as the years have gone on, I've probably been not as strict on what time I do it. In the beginning, I definitely was more strict on the specific time. I'd have like an alarm, I'd go on my break or my lunch around it and like do it. I'd carry it with me to work, and now I don't. I just kind of do it every day, of course, and I've been good about not skipping. I feel like last year I definitely did more so. You may be asking why I started tea gel. I started tea gel personally because I didn't want my changes to come as rapidly as most trans guys do want them to be. Like, I didn't want my changes from one day to another, like feel the voice drop, feel the facial hair and everything. Although I know, like, for some people it just depends, but at the time when I started, I just knew I needed a slower pace for myself, my family. I just wanted to really get acclimated to it before really going in and diving headfirst. And my second reason was because I didn't want my levels to be spiking and lowering throughout the week. I didn't want to feel that drop. I just wanted like a consistent everyday thing of like having a routine to do my tea, and just really also was doing like research to see what was the best option for lower risks. And supposedly tea gel is lower in risk than shots are. Those are my three main changes, and the rate of changes, maintaining my levels throughout the week consistently, and every day, obviously, because I apply this every day, and the risks, for sure. I'm on 3 pumps right now, and I started with 1, so it's not that crazy. I've seen people be on like 6 pumps, but I think I'm good where I'm at right now. I'm testing between like 300 something, and I think you're supposed to be like 300 to 500. So I am on the lower end, but I was literally testing like 1 something, so I was getting concerned. So I forgot to disclaim here. I'm not a doctor or anything by any means. This is just my experience with tea gel. I'm not a doctor by any means. This is just my experience from it. But I feel like when I first started tea, you can only really see everyone start tea on shots, and I do advocate for this because of the type of person that I am. I am such a routine person that I don't mind making the time to put this on every day. It doesn't really irritate me. I feel like for me, a shot would irritate me to have to do every single week, especially if you're not into shots like that. Yeah, I have seen a couple people that I've known get on gel and then go back to shots. I think everyone's different. Me personally, like I said, I've had a good experience with it, so I don't really plan to get on shots ever, unless I obviously need to. I do get it from Kaiser, so it kind of, the prices varied a little bit throughout the years. Right now, I think I'm paying like 38 bucks for it. I think so. But at highest I paid for a bottle was like 50 bucks. But yeah, I don't know if I explained how you apply this really. I apply it every single day. I alternate with my arms. I know some people apply it on their stomach or anywhere. I don't know. Like, it's kind of different for everybody. For me, it's been my arms since day one. I did just think of a misconception that everyone says and, you know, has as to why they don't start T-Joe. And I'm not here to convince anybody to start it. I'm just saying, from my personal experience, everyone always says this, and I don't know how true it is, but everyone gets concerned about the spreadability of this, and I honestly feel like the way people come about it is not the way it should be addressed. But one reason why a lot of people don't get on T-Gel is because they don't want to spread it to people. The thing is, it's not as spreadable as you think. Like, I've been in a relationship for a long period of time, slept next to my partner for a long time, and it never spread, and I never put myself in the position for it to do that, and I was always very cautious of it. But it's not that hard to not spread it. It takes like 2 hours for it to absorb into your skin, and after that you're pretty much fine. Because so it takes 2 hours to absorb into your skin after you apply it, and right after it dries, you obviously put on a shirt, or if you're alone, you don't need to, or you're not going to interact with anybody, and you don't have to worry about it after that. You're pretty much fine. Now, let's say you're with your partner and you just put on your T-Gel. I would personally avoid any physical interaction or anything during that time, and would still have some coverage, obviously, like a shirt or whatever. Yeah, just don't purposely try to spread it to someone, obviously, but it's not that difficult not to. In my head, at least. A lot of people really like exaggerate it, in my personal opinion. Has there been slip-ups throughout that time? Of course. I feel like sometimes you can try and avoid it, and somebody will like touch your arm. I don't think it's gonna spread like that quickly. And one thing too is, you know, so you're gonna apply your T-Gel, and obviously the tea has to go on your hand, and then you're gonna rub it in. Once you wash it off, it's not absorbing into your skin. So same way goes, like if that person touches you and they wash their hands or wash that body part right after, they'll be fine, because it does take time to absorb into your skin. So if it's washed off, it's not going to be an issue. Sorry, that really does like trigger me a little bit. Do I get skin irritation from this? Oh, I guess on the track of another negative thing, I guess, is if you don't rub it in completely, you're gonna get white streaks. I have a little bit of one. I don't know if you can see, it's like right here. But if you don't rub it in and let it dry correctly, it's gonna give you white streaks. Usually if I apply it in the morning and I didn't shower, I'll just let it, you know, absorb and everything, go about my day, and then I'll shower later and it'll obviously come off. For me, it's not the end of the world. Usually I'm wearing sleeves, so it doesn't really matter, but do try and rub it in correctly every day. I'm not sitting here to try and convince you to switch if you're on injections, but like I said, I'm just trying to make this video for people to be more informed if they do want to switch at some point, and, you know, for whatever reason injections aren't doing it for you anymore and you want to think of another option and your skin can handle it, I would definitely try T-Gel. Yeah, T-Gel for me is, like I said, I'm a very routine person. It works for me. I just incorporate it into my daily routine, and it's not that hard for me to keep track of anymore. It's not a struggle for me personally, and I enjoy it. It does what I need it to, and I feel good apart from everything. I think it would work if you like routine, if you get tired of your other method and you want to try something out. I think this would work for you. If you're just starting T and you want to try T-Gel, I would definitely recommend it, even more so if your family's not as accepting and you want to kind of like do it low-key and you're kind of on your own venturing out to do it. Definitely get on T-Gel because your changes aren't going to be as quick, and I think it gives you and your family a little more time to process, even though transitioning can be a very selfish thing in the sense of like you're going to put yourself first in whatever situation, and obviously if you have a safe environment and everything to transition in, I would definitely recommend this. It definitely saved me in a lot of ways, and although I didn't get certain changes other people got sooner, I'm happy with my timeline. Yeah, for anyone who's like just starting to be easy on yourself. Really take everything in mentally, put yourself first, and just pick a method that's going to be right for you. If you feel like shots are better for you because you can't commit to an everyday thing, that's completely fine. It's just everyone's different, and whatever's going to make it easier on you mentally, definitely go that route. I remember the first time I applied my T-Gel and I thought I was gonna like get a deep voice the next day. I definitely got my deep voice, or my voice started deepening around like 3 months. So everyone's different. I felt all the changes and side effects the way other people did, and I just will say, if you have to inject yourself for the first time on your own, no support, you're seen. I see you, and I definitely did have to do my first application on my own in my room, actually. And if you're scared, it's okay to be scared, but just know that you got it. And if you really are transitioning for your mental health and to feel better about yourself, you got this. Like, you can do it. And regardless if you're alone right now, you may not be alone forever. Your family will come around, and if you have a partner, they're going to love you for you. You're deserving of love. And you will love yourself soon. I promise. I'm very grateful for my journey and what I've been able to do on my journey. And if I can help anyone achieve that just a little bit, I did my job. Every hardship and thing I encountered pushed me to be the person I am today, and also gave me everything I have today. Would I start T-Gel again? 100%. I don't think, like I said, I would ever switch to shots unless I needed to medically. Like 5 years later, I'm still on T-Gel, and I'm very happy. I'd love to hear your guys' experience with T-Gel, if you've ever been on it, and why you like it or don't like it. Everyone's different. I've never been around too many people who've been on T-Gel, so I'd like to hear your experience. And if you have any questions for me, I'll answer them down below. I hope I hit kind of every point. Any questions you guys had. And if you're cisgender, straight, not part of the alphabet, thank you for watching this, and hope to see you guys in the next video. I just haven't filmed any like trans related content in a minute, so I did want to film. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Bye.